I thought this would be quite useful just to do today, because I know a lot of you are practicing at home and hitting some balls and looking at the swing on video. So I thought what would be good is just to show you where I draw some of the various lines when we're looking at the swing on video, and just a few reference points that you might want to look at to use. So I'm really hoping you're going to see how this looks. I'm going to just change the colour, and bear with me. Let's see here. So typical one really we draw is this red line just up along the shaft angle of the golf club, and that's just that really, the angle of the shaft of the club, nothing too technical. And then this is always a good reference, so we draw this line just on the player's right shoulder, so it just gives you a bit of an idea. It's the sort of steepness of shaft. Okay, so those two lines would be two good references. Now, a good point to remember when you're looking at your golf swing is always check it on a video when either the club shaft is level with the ground or your left arm is level with the ground. So let's go through, those various few points. So we'll just take this swing back just to there. So that would be the first checkpoint, shaft level with the ground. A lot of you know this, as you've had lessons with me. We check this a lot. We wouldn't want to see the club miles under here. That would mean the wrists are sort of rolling the club open, and we wouldn't want to see it too far out and over this side. So within the grid is really good, and seeing how the club head is just slightly to the right of the hands, I think, is excellent. And then we can go up to when you get the left arm level with the ground in the backswing. So important here, two things to look for. Where's the right hand in relation to the right arm? Ideally we like it sort of covering the right arm. And then very importantly, you check where the shaft of the club points in relation to the ball. And pointing just slightly inside the ball is a preference. Wouldn't really like to see the club pointing out over here. Then from there we can just take you up to the top of the backswing. So now, of course, the club is level with the ground, so what could we look for here? Well, I think here a good reference point is just to draw a straight line down from the end of the grip and look where it is in relation to your heels. Either on or slightly behind the heels is good. That would indicate that you've created sufficient depth in the swing. Now, you wouldn't want your hands up and out here. That would be much too high, too lifted. And then a line I quite like drawing is from the end of the handle through the ball. Just run the downswing on your video as you start down. Just watch where the hands go in relation to that line. This is quite a good little reference point for you, so you'll be able to just see. If I just bring that down to there, you can see the hands now have stayed slightly underneath that line I drew from the end of the grip through the ball. That would be a good place to be. You wouldn't want your hands to come forward of that line. And now you'll notice again at halfway down, left arm level with the ground, hands still relatively opposite that right bicep. And if you want to get really technical, you can see the shaft of the golf club pretty close to being parallel to that original line. And also you can just see the left leg slightly forward of the right leg. There isn't a dramatic spinning of the hips here. Good checkpoint for you all, sort of in between left arm level with the ground and club level with the ground. Where's the right arm to the right shoulder, to the right forearm. We can see the club there nicely through the right forearm. And then really important one, shaft of the club level with the ground on the way down. Where's the club head to the hands? Slightly behind the hands would encourage a slightly more of an in to out swing to encourage that little bit of draw flight. Take yourself down to impact. Always good at impact if you can then just see the left arm visible somewhat above the right arm. So there's some good checkpoints for you. We'll do some more of this, but that should just help you, those of you who are sort of making any swings in the back garden and you're using some video software, to take a look.